What do you think, Kate?
I'm excited.
Are you?
Yes.
All right, let's go. First stop, Maverick. Let's fill up our tanks. So we're at Maverick filling up. This is Beckett. Beckett, tell us about your Land Cruiser here.
2003, technically it's an LX470, but I call it a Land Cruiser because I don't like going on the left.
They're basically the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got an adjustable height suspension and a wood steering wheel, I think. And the mirrors fold back. I think that's your differences.
Woo!
Yeah, but it's nice.
Premium.
Fits all 8 kids, all 8 people.
All 8
6
people.
kids.
Now you, we'll take a look at it later, but you actually rigged up a bed system in the back.
Yeah, we've got a platform that just folds down some plywood, and it's just hinged so that we can fit it.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, that's gonna be fun. Well, we're headed south. Our plan is to go to Zion National Park tonight, to a part of the park we've never been to before. And I'm excited to get there. I want to camp in this spot that I've never seen and see what the conditions are gonna be like. The weather does say that it's gonna rain a little bit. Andrew's come along with us in his Gladiator. His son Keaston is with him. And I'm, of course, in the JK. So let's get on the road and put some miles under us and try and get to camp as quick as we can. Wow, just incredible. I love it when the clouds and the mountains seem to combine and just create this kind of mysterious look to everything. It's pretty awesome. Well, my navigation system just warned me that there is a winter storm warning for the area we're driving through here as we go south in Utah. And sure enough, big fat flakes of snow. We're gonna slow it down a little bit, make sure we take a nice safe pace, and everyone will arrive just fine. We're gonna stop and stretch our legs for a minute at the Creamery in Beaver, Utah. It's a creamery. Mac and cheese, ice cream, all sorts of dairy-themed wonderfulness. It feels very similar to the Tillamook factory, if you've been there, to the one in Oregon. So I imagine that the people who went there saw how great that place was and said, let's make something similar in Utah. I'm a sucker for ice cream. Kate, how's yours?
Good.
Yeah? What flavor did you get?
Butter pecan.
Butter pecan. I got salted caramel. You want to try it?
Tastes exactly the same.
Delicious. As we get back on the road, we are working our way south towards Zion National Park. And our goal is to try and find a place to camp tonight that is down in that area, kind of close to Zion National Park. We'd love to go into the park tomorrow and spend some time, maybe do a hike, or at least just take the shuttle around and things like that. So we want to try and find a spot close to Zion National Park to camp tonight. Now we've got some options to the south of the entrance, or we're actually thinking we're going to take the back roads to get there, and maybe we'll find a really cool camp spot on the way. The one concern we have is there is a winter storm warning, so we'll want to be cautious. We've got all the right gear, the right people. We've got recovery equipment, so we should be good. We'll want to be careful, but this is part of the adventure. We turned east towards Bryce Canyon and are heading through the mountains, and the storm seems to be closing in on us. The roads are still really in great shape. They're wet, but no ice. There's a little bit of snow falling. It's a beautiful drive, a little foggy and mysterious. But we're gonna keep being cautious because the temperature is dropping and there could be ice and or snowy conditions at any moment. We're in the small town of, I think, Glendale is where we're at. I should know that before I start turning on the camera and talking like I know about this place. I don't know anything about this place. I've never been here. This is a blast. The sky has come out. Well, skies be here all the time, but the blue sky has come out. Look at the cliffs back here. There is a whole series of paintings up on them, and I have no idea why. Right above Terry's Food and Drug, there's a mountain with all sorts of painted emblems on it. I'm sure 100 to 200 years from now, you're gonna get someone talking about how you can't disturb the native Glendalian pictographs, you know, and ruin them and things like that. So, you kids on hoverboards you know, with your laser hats and things like that, make sure you don't disturb the natural monuments up there. Some of my favorite times are right after a rainstorm. The sun comes out and there's just so much contrast. Everything's all clean and bright and beautiful. The clouds look so dramatic. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is, again, I've said it in so many of my videos before, I'll say it again now. This is why it's so much fun to take the back roads, because you see some of this stuff that you just never would see on the freeway. Well, Beckett found this little road on the Dyrt app, DYRT. I hadn't used that app before. And
so
we are
just all around here.
Looking around for a camp spot. It's all dispersed camping. We can camp wherever we want. So let's find someplace cool that maybe isn't wet.
I guess you can go up a little bit.
Looks like this is the end of the road. Hold on. So that's not a great camp spot. We're gonna keep looking, but I do want to glance at this little cave.
But I think I can see the
What do you think, Kate?
I think I can see the end unless it goes off that way. It might go
Does that
up.
look intriguing?
Yeah. It looks so perfectly like a door, though.
Mm-hmm, it really does. It looks like it kind of just stops right there.
Yeah.
Adventure is fun.
Feels so nice outside. Daddy, look at this is a campsite. There's a fire.
There's a fire ring and someone put a toilet there.
Mm-hmm. My goodness, I didn't see how that people do. Whoa, the cave? It has water pouring out of it.
Yeah, it does.
It's a waterfall.
I wonder how deep it goes.
Looks pretty deep.
So we decided to get out and go take a look at Belly of the Dragon Cave. Not quite sure what to expect, other than the people that were right before us said that it was about 200 feet deep, and to bring a set of gloves because your hands might get dirty. So let's go check it out. A little gushy, huh?
Oh, it's there.
That's from the dragon. Is that hail or salt?
It's actually snow. I saw some over there. And I took
Oh yeah?
snow, I think. Or hail. Probably hail.
Bunch of water running down here. Little waterfall. Oh, this is cool.
Hey, that's what it's called. It's the belly of the dragon.
Belly of the dragon. You guys taking the high road? Sounds like the kind of thing you'd do. Well, I should probably stick with Katie, so I'll go up too. See, it's little stuff like this. Just makes the adventure so much fun. It's definitely a lot easier up here, guys, if you want to backtrack and come this way. Yeah, it looks like, because further, you can get there, but then when you go further here, you're going to have to walk through the water. And then it merges with this up here anyway. Kate, would you like a headlamp?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here you go. I bet it's way too big for your head.
Grab it.
Why don't you pause for a second and put it on instead of walking?
I'm getting to
I couldn't figure out why it was so dark in here. And then I realized I was still wearing my sunglasses. Wait, does it go all the way through?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It's chilly, man. Well, frankly, I thought I was going to walk in the first 100 feet and turn around, so I'm going to go. Not bad.
It's weird because it's totally summertime. Why would you even think to bring a coat?
It's constantly 52 degrees underground.
What do you think, Keaston? Pretty cool? We like these kinds of adventures. Oh, little tricky, gonna have to move fast. Oh. Well, unlike the cave I thought it was, apparently it's more of a tunnel, because that's one side, and here's the other. So, makes me really curious what's on the other side. This must have been a really easy way to get from one muddy spot to another.
Canyon Key. Big smiles, Daddy.
There's waterfall in this thing.
Oh, there's some guy up there.
So, what'd you guys think of the belly of the dragon?
That's cool. It's more like the large intestines of the dragon.
That was pretty awesome.
Oh, Daddy, look at its phone.
So, Kate just asked me a really good question. Why don't you ask it again, Kate?
Why do people like to do graffiti?
I think they like to say that they've been here and they like to leave their mark. But I don't think this is the right way to do it, do you?
No.
How does this make you feel when you see graffiti on walls like this?
Makes me feel like they kind of tried to ruin the environment.
Ruin the environment?
Kind of ruins the
Does it help you have a better time, or does it take away from the time you're having?
It takes away the fun.
So for those of you that are graffitiers who love to leave your mark on things, Katie would like, and I would like you as well, to maybe find another way to leave your mark that doesn't take away from our experience. We want you to come here, we want you to enjoy these kind of things, but please, don't ruin it for the rest of us. Well, that was totally worth it. Andrew, what'd you think?
Definitely worth it. That was awesome.
Belly of the Dragon Cave. See, it's the fun little things like this, off the beaten path. You never would have found this if we hadn't just wandered off. I love the random wandering because it always seems rewarding. I have yet to have it not be. Maybe it's because I'm just patient enough till it finally does pay off. It's like the people who never win the lottery, but they keep playing because they're like, one day they're gonna win. I just feel like I'm always winning the lottery.
Going through a gate. It's snowy up here. I don't know.
We found an old road supposedly leading to some campsites. It's not very well maintained, and there's a lot of snow, so...
It's still a half mile.
We're gaining in elevation, not by much, but if it's this snowy here, and especially on the sides, it's unlikely to be a dry camp spot.
I think it's almost...
Well, we're gonna have to turn around, so just too snowy. This is not gonna be a great camp spot. Let's press on and find something better. I love coming to Zion and watching the road turn red. Whatever rock they chose to make just this stretch of road out of is different than all the other roads in the United States, and it's kind of fun to come here and drive on red road. National parks are incredible. I love this drive. I love seeing the mountains off in the distance. I love the red road. I love the big cliffs on the side, and adding the snow to it as well just makes it even better because you're getting so much variety. That ice sheet.
Whoa. There's no way I could have done that.
Look at that view, Kate.
Whoa.
That's incredible. This is such a beautiful place.
Cactus are growing down the rocks.
Oh yeah, and moss.
It's beautiful.
Can you believe the views here? Just absolutely incredible. Just beautiful. I love this drive. I don't do it often enough. I need to come back more often.
It's so pretty. It looks like there's gonna be an arch there soon. I wonder if that's part of the cave. I mean, think it only goes along that. It's so
Maybe an arch
beautiful.
one day. Look at that. So incredible. Well, after enjoying a beautiful drive through Zion National Park, it is time to find a place to camp. Well, just outside of Zion National Park, we found ourselves a dirt road on the Onyx off-road app, and we're using that to go find ourselves a camp spot. It says we can camp basically anywhere in here as long as we're not close to the road. So now it's just a matter of trying to find a place to camp. Well, after playing around a little bit and looking at a hill that was way too steep and muddy, and someone came down and said, don't bother, we just happened to find this one little spur that actually might not be bad. It's a little rainy. The question is, can we get flat enough to be able to camp here? And I'm gonna let the guys get out and kind of take a look at it and give me their thoughts. Well, after some debate and realistically, with all the mud and the difficulty of leveling, I think we're gonna press on and see if we can find something better. Well, in our searching for a camp spot, we found the Grafton Ghost Town.
Oh, dude, you can go upstairs. Oh, that's creepy. This is where bad things happen to good people, Pete.
It's right there. It's so terrifying.
What is it?
Yeah. I challenge you to just go
Understairs.
sit in there in the dark for 2 minutes.
How much are you
I have my watch flashlight.
Mwah!